What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today Washington wins 20-17 against the New England Patriots in a game that to me was disappointing because every time we praise somebody or somebody does something good, it seems like the next game they do the opposite of that. Who in the hell do the Commanders think they are? Like, who do they, like, why do they feel, how do they have the audacity to play down to teams like they're this phenomenal team? Like, you're talking about, we go up against Philadelphia twice, score 30-something points. We play other teams and are able to score these massive amount of points. And then we play against teams that we're supposed to beat. And we seem to struggle. We struggled against Arizona, struggled against Denver, struggled against the Giants, struggled against Atlanta, got beat down by the Chicago Bears. What is happening? I mean, because every time I turn around, it's like you want to be happy that they win. But at the same time, why is it that when you're playing teams that you're better than, you got to play, it's almost like you're playing down to the level of competition like you're this really good team. I don't get it. Like, New England should have been a nothing for you. An absolute nothing for you. But yet and still, somehow, some way, New England is able to stay in the game long enough to basically almost come within a few inches of almost kicking a field goal or scoring a touchdown if Mac Jones' receiver didn't tip the ball in the air and the interception happened. What are we doing here? What is really happening here? Sam Howell goes out there, he plays kind of good, but then does a few boneheaded things. He's overthrowing receivers. I mean, yeah, he was great on third downs, but then there were a few third downs where he just completely overthrew guys. I don't understand this team, man. I mean, like, you can't even enjoy a victory because a victory doesn't even feel like a victory. Because you're playing down to the level of competition. And who the hell do you think you are to be playing down to somebody? You treat your opponent like they're an opponent that could possibly beat you. Not somebody that you think you can get past with doing very minimal things and even with making mistakes. Watching this game, it made me happy and sad because at least they got the victory, right? And I know some of y'all are going to be like, yeah, they got the victory. That's all that matters. No, it does. That's not all that matters. Because again, that's a level of arrogance that has come from the head coach when his egomaniac butt set up here and came up into here. The egos in this team is swelling to a point where they feel they can purposely play down to a team. I mean, even when you think about it, I mean, like, again, how do you sit up here and just, I mean, again, Brian Robinson, boom, got the football knocked out of his. Do you know that we could understand, people? We could have lost this game if New England made a few more plays. We lose this game. We lose this game. But I guess the reason why we didn't lose because they didn't have a bunch of starters that were out. Maybe if they had more starters out, I mean, they had a lot of guys along their defensive line was out, and I think Judon was out. But you talking about maybe if they had a lot of their offensive line out, then we probably would have sat up there and gave them the victory. This team has an insane ability to look okay or look bad against teams they should be blowing out. Again, why do you feel you can have the audacity to do something like that? You're not good enough to play down to anybody. And you're not good enough to play up to somebody and still find a way to win. Sometimes, like, following this team is like the most aggravating thing in the world. And I know a lot of y'all like, John, the way you sound, this sounds like the Commanders didn't even win. The problem is that, again, they won, but why does it have to be in this manner against a team like this? Why do you have to win like this? Why is there never a point at where you win and it's a straight out, yeah, we crushed them, that's it? No, we always have to win in a manner that makes it look like the team is struggling to get the ball down the field, or struggling to make a tackle, or struggling to do anything. Sam Howell threw 2 interceptions and New England was getting no takeaways this year. Another one of those streaks. Checked off again. Washington helps the team check off another streak. This is and I know a lot of y'all are like, but again, it's like, yes, we won. I get it. We did win. We did win. But understand, wins don't come easy in the NFL, and you can't be playing like they do. You can't play a team and act like a victory is going to be imminent because you just happen to have better talent on your team. Victories don't come that way. And when you play teams and you play around with teams that can sit up there and come back and beat you, then you're going to have a bigger problem than you think. You don't play around in the NFL. You just don't. I mean, I saw some other games and saw Josh Dobbs, who just, a.k.a. Charlie Villanueva. I saw Josh Dobbs go into Minnesota on basically, again, a week of prep, just like he did with Arizona, a week of prep, and find a way. And understand, he wasn't even starting this game. Jaron Hall started the game. Josh Dobbs comes in and basically throws a last-minute touchdown to win the game. A game that everybody was for certain that Minnesota was going to lose. Taylor Heinicke looked pretty good in that game. But again, this is not about Taylor Heinicke. This is just about you don't play down to any team because a victory is hard in the NFL. I'm pretty sure Atlanta thought they were going to win the game. They were up 28-24. Josh Dobbs marches the Minnesota Vikings down the field and scores the game-winning touchdown. Throws the game-winning touchdown. You don't play down the teams. You don't. Because these low-level teams that you think you can beat are going to eventually beat you. I'm just, and everybody asks me, this is why I'm so over the regime. This is why I'm over Ron Rivera. This is why I'm over Jack Del Rio. Because again, did this defense, let me ask this, did this defense look any better without Chase Young and Montez Sweat today? Did it look like a team that looks like it's gelling together? Did it look like a team that even had any semblance of a real pass rush? This team doesn't look any different from when Montez Sweat and Chase Young was here. What Ron and them did was use Chase Young and Montez Sweat as fall guys for how bad this defense is and how awful this scheme is. And I'm over that. I'm over sitting here always using these guys as scapegoats. Every quarterback that has been here, Ron, prior to Sam Howell, was always blaming the quarterback as the reason we're losing. Never him. Never his fault. Never his responsibility. It's never him. Oh, y'all here, y'all need to listen to us because y'all were only 3-13. We beat you. That's how you lost your job. Scott Turner. Oh, it's not Scott. It's because people are doing stuff that we're asking. People are doing stuff, and it's not what we're asking them to do. And because they're not doing what we asked them to do, that's why we're losing. So what happened today, Ron? What happened today? Why does this defense not look more cohesive? Why does it not look better? Aren't these all the guys that you said are sitting here doing exactly what you asked them to do? Who do you blame now, Ron? Who do you blame now? Chase is gone. Montez is gone. Who do you blame now? Who do you put the blame on now? I guess you'll find a way to put it on Kendall Fuller, right? Somebody, you're gonna find someone to blame. Maybe KJ Henry, because he did get the penalty that wasn't a penalty. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is why I say at the end of the year, just clean damn house. Clean house. I mean, hell, if you want to try Eric Bieniemy, fine. If not, that's even better. Just get everybody out of here. And it's not to say that Eric Bieniemy isn't calling great plays. Sam Howell did some really stupid stuff out there. Throwing the pick in the end zone, there was nobody there for him to throw it to. And I don't care what nobody, if somebody sit up there and say, well, Jahan Dotson was running behind, there were 4 New England defensive backs or defensive players in the end zone right there. 4. There was no need for him to throw that ball. None. Upset because the win that they got was a win that they should have had a smooth, easy course to if they would have played like they played when they were in Philadelphia. Oh, but I guess they can't because Chase and Montez is not there. This is the cohesive defense that Ron was talking about. This is the defense that he says is the defense that is supposed to be the one that sits up here and does everything they asked them to do, and it doesn't look any better. All you Ron supporters, all you. This is all y'all fault. It's y'all fault. Because y'all, he listens to everything. He listens to all the podcasts. He listens to all us YouTubers. How do I find out? Because the person that I was talking to on the inside told me. They listen to all the YouTubers. They listen to all the podcasters. They listen to all the news reports. They listen to everybody. Not only that, guess what? Coming to find out, I'm one of their most hated YouTubers. They hate me. But that's fine. I don't mind that. Because at the end of the day, you need somebody to help you, to tell you what you're doing wrong so you can improve. The problem is when you got too many people telling you you're doing right because they're just excited about a win. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't be winning like that. Because the better teams are going to always beat you because you got the audacity to play down to people. I'll be glad when this is over. I will be glad when this is over. this defense did not look any better without Chase and Montez. It really didn't. I mean, it didn't look like, because again, where was the blitzing? The blitzing wasn't there. We ain't see none of that. Mac Jones was throwing away. Like I said, Mac Jones, again, like what did I say in my last? Somehow, some way, Mac Jones going to look like a top-level quarterback. He was still missing stuff, but guess what? He still had a chance to win this game. If his receiver doesn't tip the ball, understand that they're in field goal range at that point with 30-something seconds left on the clock. And at a first down, first down. Man, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I mean, there were points in the game where I was like, I mean, where is this new found defense that we're supposed to see now that Montez and Chase, the two who weren't doing what we asked them to do, is now gone? Now you have no one to blame for this other than yourself. You've had everybody else to blame because of the failures of this team and you coaching this team. And now Dwayne Haskins is gone. First year you blamed Dwayne Haskins. Now here you are, the second year, you sat up there and said, well, we lost our quarterback. That was your whole thing. From the first year all the way through 2022, quarterback. That's the reason we failed, quarterback. Here we are this year. You blame Chase, you blame Montez. They're gone. Who do you blame now? Who do you blame now? And with that being said, there's no way that you're telling me that analytics, because understand we got a new analytics guy. I'm not even in analytics, but I can tell you some analytical stuff. There's no way in hell you telling me that analytically having Sam Howell be your quarterback going into next year, which will be his third year, which will make him a free agent the following year, right? Without the ability to extend him to a fifth-year option, analytics will tell you to draft a guy in the first round this upcoming year so you can get the benefit of the fifth-year option. Not only that, you get the benefit of him learning the offense year one, sitting on the bench year one, learning the offense, and then year two being ready to go full force, and you still got 4 more years for this guy to see if he can pan out. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I mean, am I being overreactive about this? Am I being the Debbie Downer in this whole thing? Because I'm telling y'all, I watched the game and I wasn't happy. You know, nothing in this game made me feel like they were on the right path, doing what they were supposed to do. None of that. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Am I being the Debbie Downer? Am I just being the negative Nancy here? Because to me, I'm not happy to see that here we are now. Chase is gone. Montez gone. You got this defense that you said everybody follows directions now. It didn't look like much of anything in this game. They made a few plays here and there, but again, it still doesn't look like what we thought it was going to look like, because you said that these two guys were doing things that you weren't telling them to do. They were freelancing and all that. And then how does it explain Sam Howell's inefficiency at times and him doing stuff he's not supposed to be doing? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.